Welcome to LANTA on the Move. Today I'll be speaking with AJ Jordan, our Director of Planning and Scheduling.
Hey, Daryl.
Hey, what's going on, AJ?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good. You ready for LANTA on the Move?
Yes, let's do this.
Let's do it. As the Director of Planning and Scheduling, what exactly does that entail?
So as director, I oversee the planning and scheduling department. Planning and scheduling oversees our fixed route service area and our flex service area.
You mentioned fixed route and flex service. Can you expand on what that is and the differences between the two service types?
So you might be familiar with our two vehicle types. We've got a smaller LANTA van service that's typically door-to-door service for passengers with disabilities or seniors. And then we've got our big LANTA buses, like what we're on now. LANTA buses are typically operate on a line to set bus stops, and they provide access for the entire region. There are some places in our region where people need that access, but we can't fit one of these large buses. There's covered bridges, there's tight roads, and so we operate flex service in those areas to provide access to those riders, but you have to just call ahead and reserve it. So it's a way of operating the system to as many places as possible with our vehicles.
What people want to know is service change. Why do we have service changes constantly? Is it possible to make a perfect schedule?
To be honest, we would love to do less service changes because that's just better for everyone. As bus riders, we like that consistency. The only reason we make service changes is because we know we can do better and we're receiving feedback from the public. So we have to make those changes to deal with the changing circumstances of the Lehigh Valley. Where are you trying to go? When are you trying to go there? And that's when we can really dig in and make those service changes that are most effective and impactful.
Do we receive feedback that determines where a bus stop will go? What other factors go into bus stop location?
Yes, well, there's kind of a couple topics here: stops and shelters. So bus stops, we try and add as many stops as possible where they're requested. What we need for a bus stop is ADA compliance, Americans with Disabilities Act compliance. And that just means we need a 5x8 concrete pad on the side of the road where someone with a wheelchair is able to physically board the bus. That's the base minimum requirement. If that exists and there's demand for a bus in a neighborhood and it's on a route, we'll add a stop. For shelters, that's a different story. Each shelter is very expensive. Most of our funding comes through grants and tax dollars, so we need to prove that we are able to serve that shelter in the future. On that topic, we do have a land use planner on staff at LANTA who is happy to work with any property owner, any municipality, anybody that reaches out and say, hey, we'd like to help out the riders. We have someone on staff that can guide you through the process of the land use development plan and permitting and getting that shelter built.
Let's talk about enhanced bus service.
That is our brand name for Bus Rapid Transit, or BRT for short. Bus Rapid Transit is a mode of transportation that is growing in popularity across the US. So we're trying to create rapid transit, make it more frequent, improve the stops, make them more accessible, just like you would find on a light rail system. The Lehigh Valley is growing fast, and we've got a very long region from Easton to Trexlertown with multiple cities that need service faster between those cities so that we can have the local buses serving everywhere that people need to get to close without walking, and then we have that fast bus connecting between them to get people between the larger places faster. And they have to work together as a system.
Well, thanks for joining me for LANTA on the Move. I appreciated this discussion. Just a little overview of some of the things you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy to chat anytime.
All right. I think this is your stop coming up.
Yeah, right up this light. You mind pulling forward?
Join us next time for LANTA on the Move.